Hi, hello. Welcome to Spell a Day. We're covering a spell every single day from the 5e PHB, +3, which is the homebrew. We're currently at +1 at the moment because we've already covered one. Head back in the playlist if you want to find it. Today's spell is Flame Strike.
This man lights pipes on fire for a living, and yet somehow is still sad all the time.
5th level evocation, cast time of 1 action, range of 60 feet, components for both somatic material, pinch of sulfur, duration instantaneous. Vertical column of divine fire roars down from the heavens, the location you specify. Each creature in a 10-foot radius, a 40-foot high cylinder, centered on a point within range, must make a dexterity saving throw. A creature takes 46 fire damage and 46 radiant damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. At higher levels, when you cast a spell using a spell slot of 6th level or higher, the fire damage or the radiant damage, your choice, increases by 1d6 for each slot level above 5th. Where's Fireball? Yes, it does some radiant damage, but it's 46 fire, 46 radiant, that's 8d6, similar to Fireball, which is 2 levels before this, and a larger radius. Sure, Fireball doesn't have a column, but because it's a sphere, it still reaches up 20 feet. It's already half of the cylinder. And why would you necessarily need the cylinder? When I heard of Flame Strike originally, or I had the thoughts of Flame Strike, it's been a while since I've seen it used. I thought it was multiple pillars. The fact it's just one? Cool image. Yeah, fire raining down on someone. Pretty neat. Divine Flame, does the Radiant mix? Okay. This is likely a Cleric spell, especially because it's all the Divine mixture, so 5th level? If you wanted to be DPS, not even DPS, it's less of an area of Fireball. I guess you could get more precision strikes, that could actually be something slightly in its favor. 10-foot radius, still an okay radius, but 20-foot radius. Fireball's already covering a larger area with this lower level spell slot, a larger range by a good margin. Upcast the same way, but you're starting off on a back foot. Oy. I just don't see it for 5th level. I could see 4th level. I could still see an argument for 4th level, especially since you're giving this to Cleric. Just so arcane casters with Fireball can still have their niche to fill out of just kaboom. But 5th level, I think at that point, the spell slots that take up 5th level, like certain restoration spells and revivify, you're crowding a bit in that spell slot. That's kind of why I see 4th level working out for this a bit better. You have other 5th level options that you really should be putting here if you're a Cleric. You could do Flame Strike. You could. It just feels a spell slot too high. It feels a spell slot too high. And I guess they did that because they didn't want to be too close to Fireball, because it'd only be 1d6 behind it. But the range and cone difference and the range difference... 5th level just doesn't feel right. 4th level, I feel like it should be 4th level. Again, as well, something similar to not Fireball or Firestorm, this does not set things on fire. Which also could be actually something in its benefit compared to Fireball, is that you could use this in a setting like a village or a forest and not immediately set everything ablaze. You know, pinpoint the again, Divine Flame. It's more delivering this righteous fury instead of raw fire. I don't know. 7 out of 10. 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Damage option for the Cleric. The 40-foot cone can actually help you reach things up. You can funkily aim it to get it to hit a good amount of targets and maybe even more depending upon Fireball. Because also while it says the flame is roaring down, you pick a point within range and it's coming down on that point. So debatably, you could point this on a wall or ceiling within 60 foot, so you can actually make this more of a line spell with a 10-foot, like a 20-foot width and a 40-foot length. See, now that sounds a lot better. Image-wise, and the general idea is it's coming down from above. That is probably its weakest attribute. If you are going from the angle that, yes, you can angle it on different fronts, it doesn't have to be on the ground, because it just has a point, it doesn't say ground, of having like a gout of flame come out or a wall of fire briefly appear for a moment and then annihilate a group. 7 out of 10. We'll go with 7 out of 10 if you do allow it that rolling on that range. Because then, 5th level spell slot, if you can angle it in the right way, it doesn't set things on fire, so... What's the issue with superheroes all the time when they keep breaking stuff? Where's it going to be here?